Greetings, motor enthusiasts. Today, we delve into the world of Daniel Ricciardo, the homecoming hero under fire, as he gears up for the Australian Grand Prix. Amidst accusations and rising pressure, questions linger on his comeback form. Fellow mates, let's not forget Yuki Tsunoda, the silent underdog tipped for a major leap in 2026, embroiled in his own off-track drama. Yet the saga doesn't end there. We've got Sergio Perez holding his own at Red Bull, possibly securing his seat for another year, potentially pushing Ricciardo or Tsunoda to the exit. And in the midst of this whirlwind, Red Bull's ace, Max Verstappen, has just inked his future with the team until 2028. Quite the storm brewing in the F1 world, isn't it? Let's get into the nitty-gritty, shall we? Just a quick pit stop before we delve deeper into the action. Hello, I'm Enzo Watts, your faithful guide through the hairpin turns and high-speed straights of Formula One. Alongside me is William, our astute commentator with a knack for unearthing the most intriguing details of the sport.
Pleasure to be here, Enzo. I can't wait to get into it.
We're bringing you this daily dose of F1 chatter right here on F1 Motor Fever podcast. If you haven't already done so, do subscribe to our channel, turn on those notifications, drop us a comment, and share our podcast with your friends and family. Your support truly fuels our journey.
Absolutely, folks. We've got some turbocharged news coming up.
Indeed, William. Now, let me just say, you won't believe what's revving up in the Formula One world. An Aussie hero under scrutiny, a remarkable underdog story, and a contract that might just shake up the grid. Why is this relevant? Because these twists and turns shape the world of Formula One as we know it, my friends. So buckle up, put on your helmets, and let's go full throttle. So, let's address the elephant in the room. Ricciardo, our Aussie hero, finds himself under the microscope as he returns to his home turf for the Australian Grand Prix. An 8-time Grand Prix winner, rehabilitated and revving to go, yet hampered by accusations of dwindling form.
True that. His Japanese teammate Tsunoda managed a promising 8th place start in Jeddah, but neither Red Bull driver has yet to score in 2024. Quite the predicament, isn't it?
Absolutely. Since replacing Nick de Vries last year, Ricciardo's been left in the dust by Tsunoda. Out of their 7 Grand Prix together last season, our Aussie only scored once, while Tsunoda graced the top 10 on 4 occasions. It's worth noting, of course, that Daniel was sidelined by an injury for 5 Grand Prix, but he's had the winter to recover.
Right you are. And there's no denying the pressure he's under. Dr. Helmut Marko, in charge of the Red Bull Driver Academy, has publicly voiced his concerns. He's expecting more from both drivers this season, and Ricciardo especially needs to up his game.
And it seems there's a young gun waiting in the wings. Liam Lawson, who stepped in for Ricciardo last season, is expected to have a full-time race seat by 2025. Looks like either Ricciardo or Tsunoda will have to make way.
Well, that's the nature of the beast. This season is going to be a crucial one for both Ricciardo and Tsunoda, and only time will tell how they navigate these high-speed pressures.
F1 champion Alan Jones seems to echo our sentiments about Ricciardo's performance. In his recent chat with the Herald Sun, he suggested that we might have already seen Ricciardo at his peak. The Honey Badger, as he's known in the paddock, has had his time in some top-flight cars. Now the formidable task of leading the Red Bull team lies ahead.
A daunting challenge indeed. Jones emphasizes that our Aussie racer needs to start besting his teammate, but he also holds a glimmer of hope for Ricciardo to regain his competitiveness. It's clear change is needed before we see Ricciardo storming up the points table again.
Yet, we must remember, the Melbourne Grand Prix hasn't been kind to Ricciardo. With a track record of disqualification, retirements, and middling finishes, hometown glory has eluded him. However, Ricciardo himself dismisses the idea of having anything to prove.
While his start to the 2024 season has been steady, he still maintains hope for a strong showing in Melbourne. Ricciardo insists that racing and training are his current priorities. He yearns to recapture his old form and refocus on the essentials that make a champion.
That's the spirit we should all carry. Despite the hurdles, Ricciardo seems determined to turn things around. His new team boss, Laurent Mekies, has high praises for him, citing that the Daniel we have now is the best they've seen.
So, there still is a silver lining. Ricciardo's game isn't over yet. His determination and will to improve are clear. Let's hope for a thrilling season and a comeback from our Aussie racer.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's a long season, and there's much racing to be had. We should all keep our eyes on the track and wait for those engines to roar. Adding to the intrigue, Yuki Tsunoda finds himself in a precarious position as he enters his fourth F1 season. There are whispers that Christian Horner wanted him out this season, but it seems Helmut Marko had other plans.
Yet his future still hangs in the balance, doesn't it? It's rumored that Yuki might be headed for Aston Martin in 2026, when the Japanese engine manufacturer switches their supply of F1 powertrains to the Silverstone-based team.
Indeed, it seems Tsunoda's performance this season could be crucial in determining his future in F1. As new team boss Mekies put it, it's high time for Yuki to make the next step.
Speaking of steps, Ricciardo appears to be taking strides in his role within the team. At 34, he's becoming more aware of his influence on the team dynamic beyond just his driving.
A veteran's wisdom, no doubt. Ricciardo believes that he has the power to change the mood within the garage and affect how the team responds.
Pressure's mounting, though, as Sergio Perez continues to score 1-2 finishes for Red Bull. If his impressive form continues, it's likely he secures another 12-month contract, forcing either Tsunoda or Ricciardo to make room for Liam Lawson.
It's a nerve-wracking scenario for both drivers, knowing Red Bull's history of in-season driver changes. But let's switch gears for a moment to another significant development. Max Verstappen, one of the top racing prodigies, has committed his future to Red Bull Racing till 2028 in a groundbreaking contract extension.
Indeed, it's a bold move that redefines the so-called stability of driver contracts in F1. The commitment between a star driver and his team isn't always as solid as we'd like to think.
And that's the thrill of F1. The constant shifts, the unpredictability, and the high-speed drama. It's a long, twisting road ahead in the true spirit of Formula One. Let's fasten our seatbelts for the ride. It's clear that the stakes are high for all involved, from Ricciardo's determination to prove his worth, to Tsunoda's fight for his place in the team, to Verstappen's binding commitment to Red Bull Racing. It seems like a fitting encapsulation of the dynamism and excitement that is Formula One.
Absolutely. The tireless work behind the scenes, the strategy on the track, and the raw, unfiltered emotions, it's all part of the greater drama of this sport. And as fans, we're privileged to witness it unfold.
William, what's going on in the digital world? Any interesting murmurs?
There's quite a lively discussion happening online. A user by the name of Ivor Coughlin has posted a picture from Lewis Hamilton's Instagram account.
Always stirring the pot, our Lewis. What are the fans saying?
Well, unfortunately, some comments have been removed, but the conversation still goes on. James Volkers points out that posts are often locked when things get a little heated. He believes Hamilton speaks out to incite these discussions.
True, Lewis isn't one to shy away from controversy. Carry on.
Pup, Mercury mentions the impact of Reddit's upcoming initial public offering, suggesting that the company might be cleaning up the platform to make it more safe.
A bit of sanitization before the big day, it seems.
Lacrids comes in with a somewhat sobering comment, reminding users of Reddit's current legal issues concerning its alleged role in radicalizing some mass shooters.
Blimey, that's a bit heavy.
Indeed. Moving on, a user named Cody Dunsworth criticizes the platform for banning users who critique the Israeli Defense Forces. He argues that criticizing a state is not the same as criticizing its people.
A fair point indeed. Any final thoughts from the digital sphere?
Let's round this off with a statement from Manu Agarwal, who claims to stick to fun forums where rarely anything controversial is posted, as he believes it's useless trying to have a decent argument on the internet nowadays about political topics.
The eternal struggle of internet dialogues. Quite a mixed bag of opinions there, wouldn't you say, William? That's a wrap for today, folks. Thank you for joining us here on F1 Motor Fever Podcast. We had quite a lively discussion about the drama and dynamism that defines Formula One, and it's been a pleasure sharing these insights with you. If you like what you heard, don't hesitate to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on our episodes. And don't forget to share our podcast with your friends, family, and fellow Formula One enthusiasts. We love to hear from you, so drop us a comment.
Yes, and do remember that we have some fascinating topics lined up for future episodes. So stay tuned, keep your engines revving, and make us part of your daily routine. And, if you find yourself at a dinner party or at the pub, don't forget to give F1 Motor Fever podcast a shout out.
We appreciate your support and look forward to entertaining you in our next episode.
Couldn't have put it better myself, Enzo. So, until next time, Enzo, pedal to the metal. Keep your gaze on the road. Our channel's content is pure gold.